We are a multi-issue organization, but the one thread that runs through all of that issue work is disproportionate impact on Black folks and other folks of color. The ACLU of Kentucky's founding and roots are actually related to a housing case where racial justice was at the center. Racial injustice is simply just a building block of the founding of our country. Our primary goal is to protect and extend people's rights as they're enumerated in Kentucky's Constitution and the Constitution of the United States. Our unique toolbox to do that is our legal program, is our policy and advocacy work.
In the legal program, our job is to work in the courts to protect people's constitutional rights here in the Commonwealth. Because every single court decision can impact future court decisions, we want to make sure the courts get things right. There are different strategies as to how we can do this work. Sometimes, that will require us to do it quietly. Sometimes it requires us to do it loudly.
We've worked really hard to work on automated expungement, reforming the persistent felony law, and working on changing some of the probation and parole and how that works. It's personal to me when I talk about the issues of people in LMDC and the conditions in which they live under, because I've been there and I don't want that for anybody. We spend so much of our resources locking people up. What would it look like if we spent that on things that keep people out of the criminal legal system? That would create a completely different Kentucky, and that's the Kentucky that the ACLU envisions.
We want to strengthen democracy, and that's sort of a big thing to say, but part of what that looks like in Kentucky is training and empowering folks to advocate for themselves, especially those who are directly impacted.
So one thing that we do know is that the people who are closest to the problem are also closest to the solution. Maternal mortality rates in the United States are at a crisis point. And in Kentucky, we have some of the worst outcomes for maternal health. We devote a lot of time to attend various community conversations around the state to hear what matters to them. One thing we all have in common is that we all want safe, healthy families in Kentucky. We need to continue the work until we're in a place where all Kentuckians feel safe and protected to continue pregnancies if they would like to, and also having the option to receive the health care that is abortion if they also need that.
The legislature has been targeting LGBTQ folks in Kentucky in various different ways. Many of those ways intersect with an attack on the First Amendment, people's right to express themselves.
When we're talking about bodily autonomy, at the ACLU of Kentucky, this means that decisions that are made about my body are for me to decide. We will not give in. We will not be bullied, and we will not be made to stop because we didn't win every battle. We will continue this fight, and slow and steady wins the race.
We definitely punch above our weight. The ACLU of Kentucky, being a nonpartisan organization that is focused on constitutional rights, creates an arena for us to bring together groups and individuals that may not come together in any other instances.
When ACLU, community partners, and the government work together, we can have a really great community that's fair to all of our citizens.
We will talk to, work with, seek out whoever we need to create this more equitable state.
When I think about the work that we do here at the ACLU of Kentucky, as we're approaching 70 years, we are the current stewards of this work, right? We're the current relay team who is carrying the torch for this leg of the organization's journey. And I think, every day that we walk through those doors is an opportunity to advance. We protect and work to extend the rights enumerated in Kentucky's Constitution and the United States Constitution. And that's not going to go away.